There's a figure BC Conservative leader John Rustad has repeated over and over again during this campaign.
Last year, 72,500 people left British Columbia, a record in British Columbia's history. The only time we even came close to that was during the NDP in the 1990s, in 1998, where it was over 60,000 people that left this province.
Rustad has used that statistic to prove people are leaving BC because the BC NDP has failed to address affordability. But how accurate is that claim? Let's break down the numbers right from the source. According to Statistics Canada, in 2023, 74,752 people left BC to settle in another province or abroad. And just like Rustad said, that is one of the highest numbers since 1998. But that number alone doesn't tell the full story. BC has also welcomed a record number of people in recent years. In 2023, Statistics Canada counted 134,186 people who settled in BC from another province or another country.
We have a small loss interprovincially and mostly to Alberta, but we also have significant new immigration coming into BC, and that is more than compensating what we're losing to other provinces. And even when we're looking at other provinces, it's a net migration that matters. So we, of course, see some movement to Alberta, but also Albertans coming to BC.
A note on this data, non-permanent residents aren't included because those numbers weren't readily available. Werner says while Rustad's number is overall accurate, it only shows one side of the coin, and it doesn't reflect people's motivations for wanting to come or go.
The numbers we're talking about are minuscule compared to the overall population. So we're talking about a net migration of maybe a few thousand people, and that is against a population of 5.6 million. So we're talking about minuscule shares of movement here that are not indicative of any significant problem in any direction. In fact, of course, the fact that people are coming to BC from abroad means BC remains a very, very attractive destination for people to move here.
Data from Statistics Canada also confirms overall BC's population is still growing, and pretty fast. Back on the campaign trail, there's yet another number that Rustad has repeated over and over again.
Right now in British Columbia, 1 in 3 people are thinking about leaving this province. 1 in 2 youth are thinking about leaving British Columbia. And to me, that is just a tragedy.
The source of that figure, this study from the Angus Reid Institute. This report did look at people's motivations for thinking of leaving, and the cost of housing was a big one. It also showed that NDP voters were divided on whether the province has done enough to help with the cost of living. So people aren't necessarily fleeing this province in droves, but there is little doubt the high cost of living here is a key issue in this BC election. Michelle Ghoussoub, CBC News, Vancouver.